Thank you. Mr. Mayberry, the state Republican Party platform recognizes marriage as, quote, the sacred union between one man and one woman as ordained by God, close quote. You're openly gay and very much in favor of individual freedoms. Does this platform position offend you, and would you work to change it as an influential congressman?
It doesn't offend me because it's a party platform. Federal law allows marriage between two loving adults. That the Republican Party is made up of lots of ideals and, across the ideological spectrum. I've worked for 35 years electing Republicans, those who are more conservative than I am and those who may be more liberal than I am. But they all have one thing in common. They're a Republican, John. And I think we need to get back our state house, our state legislature. We need to keep the governorship. We need to fire Chris Pappas. We need to fire Jeanne Shaheen and replace them with the Republicans. 35 years I've been working to elect Republicans. And that platform plank has been there, and that hasn't slowed me down one bit.
And Mr. Mowers, as executive director of the NHGOP, you did not actively work to change that part of the platform on same-sex marriage, to my knowledge. Do you support same-sex marriage now? And if so, will you work to change the platform as an influential congressman?
Well, look, I'm a live free or die Republican. I believe that's up to individuals to choose who they want to love and who they want to live with and who they want to cohabitate with, and who they choose to marry. In fact, I believe that government should get out of the business of marriage. I don't think it's government's job to be telling us who we can live with or who we can love. When I was executive director, my job was simply to provide an avenue for delegates to choose the platform they chose. So I was not a voting member of the state delegate. I was a staff member, but that's the platform that the party chose. But ultimately, my personal opinion is that folks should be able to love and live with who they choose to.